Anniversary month is almost here. We can't believe it's almost been a year since we started sharing the journey with you all. And as a thanks to everyone who's found us along the way, we have lots of goodies planned for January. First off, we have new merch dropping January 1st. We have 4 brand new designs, including Thiel's Magpie Shop logo and a Bad Bitch Little Bitch design. And for the entire month of January, everyone can get a 10% off our entire shop with the code ROLL4DISCOUNT. And that's ROLL, the number 4, discount. Second off, all of our January Patreon content will be released for free on the main feed, so everyone can get a taste of what it's like to be a patron. And for our patrons, we're running a giveaway. Anyone who joins our Patreon by January 31st, including free tier patrons, will be entered to win. The prize? Buttons made by Artemis. You'll get each of the boys, the Ouroboros symbol, the Roll for Focus symbol, and more. And we're starting 2 new segments in January. Patience tier and up patrons will get access to a new segment we're calling Side Tangents, where once a month you can listen to 2 or 3 of us run a mini campaign, sometimes exploring new systems. And our Play to Your You patrons get access to our off-topic segment, where the whole gang runs side campaigns. We can't thank you guys enough for listening to and supporting us. Thanks!
To Roll for Focus. With me, I have
Mars, pronouns he, they. I'm playing Rokane, he's back to being a little bitch fighter, but, we're here for it.
I'm Cody, pronouns she, they. I'm playing our lovely single dad, Leon and Egan. His pronouns are he, him.
I'm Artemis, pronouns they, them. I'm playing Zealous, the tiefling sorcerer, pronouns he, him.
And I'm Emmy, pronouns they, them. I play everyone else in the world, but mainly right now I'm playing Grolin, who everyone at this table loves, and his pronouns are he, him.
Disagree.
Rokane would love to love him with a brick to the face, but anyway.
So, I'm going to do a recap, don't worry, but we're going to do some housekeeping at the top. First of all, I made a big oopsie. Egan should be rolling for his shadow every day. 4 reasons. Nothing to worry about, guys.
I don't even know the reasons. I'm scared.
So we're just going to say, as of now, that he had been rolling and it hasn't been reappearing every day. Cody, I will let you know now.
Uh-huh.
Evens, no shadow. Odds, shadow.
Okay.
You'll be rolling a d20 every time you wake up.
Okay.
That way you can also remember and it won't be just on my bad brain. And then maybe you'll have to do some other rolls if your shadow rolls up.
I'm so concerned, especially after the fucking minor illusion shadow that looked at people. I'm so concerned.
Secondly,
Yeah, that was concerning, yeah.
I should have known better than to draw that one more card. I pushed my luck.
second, this won't have any bearing anytime soon, but Cody and I did talk. Egan and Thiel spent a whole week together, so more conversation was had. So if when Thiel comes back, Egan seems a little bit more familiar with him than you'd think, that is why we discussed the kind of conversation they would have, and they became a little closer than
even we initially thought in that session.
Yes. And Egan might know a secret. And third, God, these are all about Egan.
I'm the main character. Whatever. No.
And third, via looking over my homebrew mechanic, which we know I'm always working on, I have decided that I will allow Cody to do what the other two do to improve their sneak attack die and then lay on hands, which is pay 3 white gems to enhance
the CR of my wild shape.
The CR of wild shape.
Oh, that's cool.
I might choose to make that a little more, because there's not as...
there's only 4 more levels of CR.
Exactly, so it might be I make you exchange more gems for that just because of the...
Mm-hmm. like 3 for CR half, 4 for CR1, like that.
Exactly, that kind of thing.
Which is fair.
But for now, it's going to be 3 at least to get to CR half, and then we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I think that's all the housekeeping that's needed. Oh, wait, no, there is one more housekeeping, and it doesn't have to do with Egan.
I'll take 3 out of 4. Anyway.
It has to do with me. So fun fact about me, listeners. I'm
the most
claustrophobic.
important one. The most important homekeeping rule.
I'm claustrophobic. And not just, I don't like small space. It is severely claustrophobic. I have kind of put the players in my worst nightmare of a cave that will have very small spaces and have it will be very claustrophobic in there. Not everywhere, but in a lot of the places it will be. I will do my best to be descriptive. However, I do not want to give myself a panic attack.
We also don't want them to give themselves a panic
No,
attack.
not at all.
So I might X myself. And not be as descriptive as maybe I usually would be to set the atmosphere of it being very claustrophobic and very creepy. Bear with me on that. Again, I don't want to give myself a panic attack. I love you guys, but not enough to give myself a panic attack.
But just know, it's a tight squeeze, guys.
Yeah, if like I start being really descriptive at the beginning and then like somewhere halfway through I'm not as descriptive, that's why. Just know that 9 out of 10 times, if I say it's a tight squeeze, it might be more than just a little uncomfy. It is tight. Now to the recap. Now that housekeeping is done. Last time on Roll for Focus. First, you guys had a birthday party with Caxus, and it was really cute and sweet. He got gifts. He didn't talk about Ichor all day. It was nice. Then you all stepped on the stone. Vokane got lay on hands. Egan got a lot of spells.
A lot of fire shit.
Got create, bonfire, produce flame, and fairy fire. But also got sword burst from the Ichoric side. Zealous got Arms of Hadar from his ancestor and resisted getting any Ichoric abilities, though he could have. Caxus gave the party a once-a-day sending stone that's good for 5 minutes a day. They arrived in Prazit to find an abandoned town plagued by Ichoric creature attacks, confronted by a man who introduced himself as Grolin. They then met Binti, Charleshausen, Movek, and Freya, a small assembly of those in town doing their best to keep it safe. After some discussion, it was decided that they would go into the mountains and try to find a source, but of course they needed a guide for that. And Grolin was all too happy to offer. And they have agreed that they will trek through the forest in the day, camp outside of the cave for the night, and then go in the morning. And the trek through the forest is where we begin. Cody has a stink face.
I'm just trying to remember where I put my spell pages now in my booklet. That's all. I know what spells I have. I just don't remember where they're all written down.
So yeah. You guys started there, and you're starting to head west. Starting to head west. It does not take far once you're out of town that it becomes very deeply forested. And Golan sort of turns and goes, so yeah, I should probably give you all some warnings on the sort of stuff we'll encounter. Because it's not just your weird goopy creatures. These mountains and forest, but the mountains especially, are full of all sorts of stuff. So we'll be dealing with just that, too. There's probably a lot of creatures you've never heard of. I'm not going to, say everything at once, but there's all sorts of things that you probably have only read in books, if at all, that only live in these mountains. They can be rough. But also the mountains themselves, they can mess with your head a bit.
How?
Well, it doesn't happen to everyone. And it doesn't happen in every mountain, but the mountain we're going into in particular, some people have heard voices, seen things, had bad dreams. There's going to be moments we have to rest in the cave of the mountain, and I know the best spots for that, but don't always trust your dreams.
Okay.
Noted.
Some of it is just the mountain itself. Some of it is like there are creatures that will try to lure you.
All right.
Stick with me. I know the mountains. If you're with me, you won't get lost. It's almost like I have a mechanical ability about that or something. But if you stick with me, you won't get lost. But if you're without me, getting lost is inevitable.
And how likely are we to find if we get lost again?
I might be able to find you, but if you get separated, this might sound pretty basic and boring, but stay where you are. It'll make it easier for me to find you.
That makes sense.
There's a few things. Don't try and collect food in the forest.
Really?
I know what's safe. I can collect it, and I have ample ability to collect enough for all of us. There's this one vine in particular. We call it the monkey's bane.
Okay.
It has really good food on it. The vines will try to kill you.
Oh.
Lovely.
So, sometimes that's worth the risk, but if you don't know what you're doing and you just go up to it and you're like, oh, how nice, and then the vines start to try to choke you, that's why. Even I have a hard time getting it, though I have gotten a few fruits from them a time or two, and as you get in deeper forest, he actually points at these vines covering, a tree that has, these... some of the best looking, plump, juicy fruit you have ever seen. They look really good. And he goes, that's that right there.
Noted.
Can I try something?
Yeah, sure.
Are you going to try to mage hand some fruit?
Yes! Except my mage hand is not a hand.
Yes. Your
My dog
mage
skull.
dog skull is going to fetch some fruit. Or
Open up
to.
a stat block.
Standing a safe distance away.
Okay.
Roughly 30 feet away.
Yeah, just under that. But yeah, I'm gonna put out his hand and the dog skull appears and manipulate his hand so it flies over there to grab a fruit.
Right as Grolin's like, yeah, that's the one we don't what are you doing?
I asked him, hey, can I try something?
Sure.
And there went the dog skull.
So you do that, and it grabs the fruit. Immediately, 2 tendrils come out and whap at the mage hand, but the mage hand is incorporeal, doesn't have hit points or anything.
Yeah.
But you see them, they don't look great, and they try to wrap around and constrain and constrict the dog skull, but there's nothing really there, so yeah, the dog skull brings you back some food.
I wasn't really expecting that to work. Is it okay to just eat as is?
Yeah, I mean, there's some good, ways to prep it, but eat as is. You can eat the skin.
We'll eat it. Oh god, there's something that happens when you eat it.
2 temporary hit points.
Hey! Do I have
Nifty.
a spot for 2 temporary hit points?
You should
I
on
think
your little
there is,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right down below the HP. Yep.
But he's like, yeah, you can't even sometimes trust the foliage, the leaves on the ground. Sometimes they're just leaves. Sometimes they'll try to eat you. Lovely.
This is delicious.
Well, share with your friends.
You don't have to if you don't.
No, we won't offer to eat it.
It is some of the best fruit you've ever eaten.
Good lord, yeah.
Egan will shrug and take a bite out of it,
Delicious.
then hand it back, or offer it to Rokane if
Yeah.
he wants to try.
No, he is just like, I'm good. We
Sure, it's really
he's already annoyed because it's like, oh yeah, don't try to do these things. I'm gonna try to do the thing.
I asked permission.
You asked if you could do a thing without elaborating on what that thing was, but
You're also showing off.
it's fine.
But yeah, Gwilyn, because you're with him, and while this is not his favorite terrain, he knows the safe paths. He's traveled this many a time. He leads you through it with relative safety. I'm just going to see how long it takes by rolling a survival check for him. Okay. And I'm also going to roll an encounter check.
Also, I have already forgotten with my shadow. Evens no shadow, evens yes shadow.
Evens no shadow.
We're encountering something.
Could you roll me a perception check? Everyone.
I was about to say, you is who?
I got a 16.
I got my first nat 1 of the session for an 8.
Oh, lordy.
Well, you see, I rolled a 14 plus 1 for a 15, but then rolled a 5 plus 1 for a 6 in total. Disadvantage.
What did you get, Zealous?
16.
And I need to roll for Dono because he would have been resummoned once we started going. And you get advantage. Dono gets a 22 though.
Okay, so Dono gives you a heads up. Zealous, you see two birds, very odd looking birds like you've never seen before. Dono, however, goes, Egan, those birds, and they're diving.
Oh, what? Oh no, Growlin above.
Oh, we must have stepped in territory. They didn't have their nest here a bit ago.
What are they?
They're fucking walks.
What are
Walks.
Yeah.
Walk.
Everybody roll initiative.
Fantastic.
And you can get those risers because they fly, baby.
Good thing I have a bow. What the fuck was that?
My wooden die is already grounded.
Did it just roll another
It
nat
rolled
one?
another nat 1 for a 4 on my initiative. And I lose my first action.
Oh no!
Because that's our nat 1 rule on initiative. You're grounded. You go in the gem container.
I got a 15.
Wait. Give me a second.
Here.
I gotta get a pin. Oh, fine. You can do it.
G-I-N.
That's what I thought, but I freaked out.
Walk 1.
It's a 4 with a nat 1. Yeah.
Walk 1 also rolled a nat 1 for a 2.
Well, at least 2 of us lose our first action.
Walk 2 rolled a 4.
What did Zealous get?
Soft 20.
Of course.
And a 17 for Gwilyn.
You say that as if I roll well a lot.
See, the downside, we only have enough risers for one flying thing if they're at the same height.
You can stack them.
I know.
Oh, fuck. Grolin got better than me.
Grolin's just better than no.
I don't really want to kill the birds.
Right now we have
Walk 2 got a 4 and Egan got a 4. I'm assuming Egan has a better dex.
Yes.
probably.
They have a +1 to dex.
I'm a +3.
Is Walk W-O-K?
WAKWA.
I got it right.
And I'll shout them out at the end of the episode, but these are from Kobold Press Tomes of Monsters 3, and they're fun. They're fun little dudes.
Do we need to draw anything specific on the map?
No.
Okay.
Assume there's things like trees and bushes
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
but
Would you say bird walks are 30 feet? That okay?
I'll say 30 feet, yeah.
Okay.
Because they're diving actively.
Yeah.
It's Zealous with a 20.
Grolin
with a 17. Rokane with a 15. Egan, nat 1 4. Walk 2. And Walk 1 with a nat 1.
I'm just kind of randomly placing our characters. If we have any problem with this, please let me know.
No, that's fair.
Yes, I have a problem with that.
Where do you want to be, Rokane?
Not behind you.
Where do you want to be?
Be behind Egan then.
That's fine.
I figured you would be hanging at the back because you're pissy right now.
Yeah, just doesn't want to be behind you.
Okay, that's fine.
Under the guise of, I'm coming up the rear protecting the back. Grolin can lead us. Fuck that guy. I do love how much shorter Zealous's actual mini is compared to our little tokens we have.
Maybe someday we'll have one.
One day.
Well, gotta figure out how much it would cost to print one for you, because she's
Especially since she has to
model
model them from scratch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Zealous.
I don't want to kill the birds.
You don't have to kill them, but we have to drive them away. I know you can't really non-lethal magic, but
Exactly.
I have something
Well, good for you.
better than you.
can't non-lethal ranged technically either. But
I don't need to. I have a special shield.
Okay, I am going to Ray of Frost because again, I don't want to kill them.
so you don't want to all-out crazy magic.
No, yeah.
No,
so-
that's fair. Not
and it's
faulting you for
It's
it.
a range of 60 feet too, so I should be able to hit them.
Okay.
roll an attack for that. Whee. See, now I roll bad. That's a 8.
That does not hit.
Yeah, it didn't figure.
You just really didn't want to actually hurt the bird, so I was like, warning shot!
Yeah. Warning shot! Should we just be getting out of their territory? He says as he's flinging this ray across
They might
at them.
chase us for a while, and they're pretty fast. So we can either get out of their territory, or we can get them... They're pretty beefy. So we can also just sort of scare them by getting them hurt enough,
But if we prove we're more trouble than we're worth.
Exactly. So that's the two...
So not better to run?
We can run, but they will chase. They're very territorial. And we...
Well, I mean, we can
And
stave
we-
them off with as we're running, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And we don't exactly know where the edge of their territory is.
Exactly. So it might be better to just have them go hide and let us then get out of their territory.
Okay. Yeah, he gonna kind of adjust and plant his feet. Not gonna move.
Yeah. Because, you don't know how long... Because they're new, Glowland's like, they weren't here the last time I was here. He doesn't know where their territory ends. So, Glowland's gonna go. He's gonna take out his bow. He rolls a 22
Nice.
for walk 1. Okay, he gets a pretty good hit in for 8 damage. He just plants his feet, takes his bow. You can just see it in his eye. He has great aim, and he hits the walk specifically. I know you can't do non-lethal, but specifically in a place he knows won't do major damage to it in the long run. Not in its wing, not in any vital organs. He knows right where to aim, and it just hits nice dead center.
Nice shot.
Thank you. And
Then Rocaine gets to follow that up.
He's got an idea, though he needs to push past you two if we
That's fine.
are allowed to move
Yeah.
through. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just move
So
them right
going
here.
diagonal forward, right?
Yes, to be in front of them.
They're diving. They're in the air.
They are, yes. And technically with what he wants to do, it does not reach yet. But I want to hold my action for when they get into when they both get into range of my 30-foot cone.
You might be holding for a while because one of them loses their action, remember?
Yes, but they can still move.
Yeah, they
That's
can still
true.
move.
Yeah.
They just don't have their action.
And he is assuming since he is up front, he is in front, up there,
Yeah.
that they're going to dive him. That when they both are in range of the 30-foot cone to activate the Raider's shield that he bought, that is a fear effect.
did I ever give you the DC for
You did
that?
not. That was what I was about to ask.
DC 14.
14, thank you. So he's readying his action or holding his action to do that.
Got it.
And that is his turn.
Let me do math.
And I think fear is usually a wisdom save.
Usually, yes.
Fun fact, +0 to wisdom these guys got.
Yay!
They have a plus 20 to wisdom. That'd be fucked. It's why are they so wisdom?
They have a -4 to intelligence.
Makes sense.
Sounds right for wild animals, honestly.
And a -2 to charisma.
Sounds right for wild animals.
They are just outside of the range. Their hypotenuse is 33 feet.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure with the triangle you were making.
Do you have another step forward you could do?
No. I mean, if I moved more diagonally, I probably could. If I did it. But his whole thing is he wants them to be closer so he has a for sure. Because this is his first time using the shield.
Yeah.
So he honestly is not 100% the range. Yes, it's 30 feet, but
No, that's fair. I just wanted to do the math to see if they might already be in that range based on the triangle we already have.
I figured they weren't.
It's every D&D player's worst nightmare. We have to do hypotenuses.
I like algebra. Hold on.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness we've got the bisexual who can do that. Yeah, as you go up and just hold up your shield, Zella's going to be like, what are you doing?
Trying a thing.
So petty.
Yeah.
I love it.
Zealous will laugh, actually.
He does look like he is concentrated on what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's still that little twinge of disrespect.
Just that over his shoulder trying a thing while he's staring down these walks.
Zealous will laugh, yes.
Egan's just internally sighing and externally sighing. He's just sighing.
Egan.
I can't do anything. He pulls out his short bow. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Gonna ask Dono to do anything?
Okay, until the end of my turn, yeah. Hide. Dono gets to hide. He doesn't need to be in the fray. Go hide behind a tree.
Okay. Dono goes, "Oh, you sure I could help?"
That's like, for now, just stay out of the way.
Okay, I'm a good hider.
Yes, go ahead.
Roll a stealth check for Dono as he goes in a bush.
12.
So Dono, like, physically hides pretty well, but you do hear a little. But it's just from you, but from everyone else they hear a little coo, but you hear
Yeah, since their connection's telepathic, it's like, stop humming, Dono.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. And then, since he can't do an action, that's just, he's preparing himself.
That lovely, lovely nat one. on
That
the
lovely
initiative.
nat one.
Okay, Walk 2. Gonna come down to you, Rokane, because you're now in front.
Yep. So is it still in the air
Or is it coming down to like 5 feet hovering?
It's probably coming like around your head, so like,
So about 5 feet.
yeah, about 5 feet.
Despite the appearance of our tokens here, he is about that height.
Yep.
His buddy's not with him yet, so he doesn't get his pack tactics.
Oh no, they have pack tactics.
It's only 2 of them for now.
For now.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's a 16 to hit.
That does not hit. I have a 17. I didn't update it on that, but I got studded
Yeah,
leather.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, he did get studded leather.
Yep.
Yeah, so I needed to update on that. Like I updated it in my app, but not on my
Sheet.
sheet. Yeah, which it is now, I believe, updated.
How many things do you have for your character? You've got an app for Rokane, a sheet for Rokane? Mm-hmm. And then you have this little thing?
It all has the same information, but stuff is in
just-
different colors on this one. Then that one has some other stuff on it, and then this stuff is like, yeah,
It's whatever's easier to reference when you need it at the time.
yeah. Yeah, and I do apologize for not updating that and realizing it.
No problem. The next is a dirty 20.
That does hit.
And then I will describe the attack after I do the damage. You get 9 piercing damage. As at first this Walk comes, pecks at you with his beak, but you sort of dodge that and you bring up your shield. And then his talon comes down and scratches your arm that is holding the shield and just gets in there nice and deep.
The joys of leather armor.
What,
Yeah.
what? Now these walks are closer. What do they look like? Because you said they look like birds, but funky birds.
1 second. I actually like the picture of them in...
They're fun looking.
He's a
It's like a
fun-
fucking dodo bird.
Yeah, it's like a rainbow dodo.
Raptor.
Rainbow dodo raptor.
Yeah, like a rainbow dodo raptor. But yes, they are very colorful. They kind of look like dodo raptors. I like that description.
Rainbow.
They also do have blood around their beaks.
Lovely.
Yeah, my blood.
Well, no, even before
That's
then.
on their talons.
They are...
Okay, fair.
Well, Gwolin will tell you more about them later, but they're blood drinkers. That's... They usually feed on other beasts, but
Yeah.
you were in their territory.
Oh, that's fair. That's
So
fair.
they've got a nest, you know.
Vampire rainbow.
Dodo raptors.
And then that's...
Walk 1, who does not have an action but can move. down.
who just moves in
And
closer.
the moment it gets in close enough to that 30-foot cone.
Wisdom saves from them both.
Yep.
Okay, this is going to be for Walk 1. That's a 2.
That fails.
And that's a 3.
That fails. They are both feared.
What happens when your shield activates and this goes off? Like,
I don't know. I was not told much other
Well,
than
what
once
do
a
you want
day.
it to look like?
Yeah, I have my own ideas, but you
or
can...
even sound like. It doesn't even have to
I
be
do
visual.
like the idea that it's got like a kind of, not like a Medusa, but in the terms of it's got a face on it with closed eyes, and whenever it activates, the eyes open and flash.
That's cool, because it does... it's... For the people seeing it, it shifts into their greatest fear, but I like the... because that's just from their perspective. That was the flavor of it. But I like the idea that it has like a scary face that eyes.
The
open
eyes
when
like open and it flashes and then maybe like shows their
Greatest fear.
fear right in
and
front
then
of
they
them
hallucinate that. Yeah.
for
I like
a
that.
whole minute.
Flashing like actually like a color, like something visual, like since we're behind you, would we?
I do like the idea of like there's you kind of see like the cone of the flash.
Okay, cool.
It's
Almost
giving
like
me
just a
again
flashlight
like
flicking on real quick.
yeah, it's giving me like a red vibe from the eyes.
Yeah,
so
neat.
also favorite color or second favorite color.
I was about to say, I
But-
thought that was green.
Well,
Mars's
favorite color is green. Rokaine's second favorite color is red.
Okay, yeah, they can't use their action, but you can tell they're afraid and they're ready to fly away. So that's up to you guys if you want to then attack them or not,
Yeah.
knowing they're afraid and going to run away on their turn.
Is it back up to
I
me?
cannot
Yes.
use that anymore
Because
today.
Walk Walk 1 cannot use its action.
No, since they're about to look like, I think Zealous is gonna like prep in case they try to do something else. Like he's got another ray of frost kind of
Yeah.
ready, so he's got that white icy kind of magic. It's not white and icy. He doesn't have that type of magic. It's black and icy.
It's like black ice.
Like black ice, yeah, kind of around his hand, and he's ready to throw it again if something changes. But yeah, at the moment, since he can tell from like the twist of their body and their wings and stuff that they're about to fly away, he is not going
Yeah.
to do anything.
Since they both kind of stop short and kind of like start flying backwards almost to a degree to turn around.
I think Roland does the same, like, preps an arrow, but
Yeah, and Egan's much the same when it gets down to him. He's prepped to loose an arrow, but isn't going to unless they continue to be aggressive. Rokaine, are you going to bop the one in front of
No,
you?
not
or are
at
you
all.
just going to let him go?
The plan was to get them to go away.
yeah, and they do. They fly away. You guys have scared them. They probably saw the biggest predator in...
The shield.
What is a vampire dodo raptor's fucking predator? That's a terrifying thought.
But they saw that and they went away.
It's the monochrome raptor
Zombie.
zombie. Yeah.
Yeah. When they fly away, Zealous is going to be like, "That was a very good thing."
Yeah, Gwolin kind of smiles at you, Rokaine, and goes, "Good job, mate."
Yeah.
And I think that's a good place to go to a break. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, we wouldn't be able to do this podcast without the support of our listeners. If you'd like to support us even more, you should head over to Patreon and check us out there at patreon.com/rollforfocuspodcast. You'll get all kinds of cool stuff like our Hyperfocus episodes that release on our off weeks, where we talk about the episodes and our thoughts and predictions about the future of the show, insights into our character backstories, or us playing games in and out of character. Want to suggest an NPC or a magic item for Emery to give us in the world? You can do that too, and so much more. And we're enacting our first Patreon stretch goal. When we get to 50 Patreon subscribers, no matter the tier, Emery is going to run a one-shot where we play a group of adventurers that run into the ancestors before they became the world-saving heroes we know now. Even more fun, patrons will be able to pitch character concepts we'll choose from to build our one-shot characters. You can join for as little as $1 a month, and every dollar we make goes right back into producing our podcast with the hopes we can improve and make it everything our listeners deserve. Thanks!
Welcome back. Hope you had a nice break. Yeah, after the attack, Gwolin's on a bit more of alert for any sort of sign of different territories.
Dono will be told he can come out of hiding and presumably return to Egan's shoulder.
Yeah.
Just leave him in the fucking bush.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
it's like,
horrid.
okay, buddy, they went away. You can come out now.
Okay. He actually leads you away from some other one. He's like, oh no, we don't want to go in there. That's...
Zealous would like to ask questions about the things they're avoiding. Like,
Oh, yeah.
what are we avoiding here?
Also, just like more information on the walks that they chased away to begin with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the walks that they feed on other animals mostly. Their meat, blood mostly.
Blames the blood on their beaks.
Yeah, but you know they'll go for small groups of travelers, especially if they're in their territory. But mostly it's like, oh, we have to worry about like no one could set up a farm near a walk territory because they'd come and they'd peck the cow to death.
That's fair.
Yeah.
They're a little aggressive. I mean,
Really?
they're just themselves. So like, I wouldn't want to kill them just for
Protecting the home
yes,
and doing what comes naturally to them.
exactly. I was a little worried that it might come to that because sometimes when they get a taste of blood, they get a little overzealous.
More bloodthirsty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it was the best choice because I feel like running would have just
Inspired
It would
them,
have
maybe.
exhausted us, but increased their desire to chase us.
exactly. Over there is a place known for leaves rot.
Leaves rot.
Rotting leaves.
They're kind of like ooze like. They're a bunch of leaves, but they move and they have mold spores. It's not pleasant.
That does not sound pleasant. No.
That sounds bizarre.
It is bizarre, but I once knew a man that nearly died because too many leaves rots. So
But are they actually leaves, or are they like a creature?
they are a creature that, when they stand still, look no different to a
Okay.
pile of leaves.
Oh, I didn't know. Maybe mountains mutated the leaves up here or something.
No, that's fair. There are some sections that are a little bit more, like they have more fungus in the area that has been mutated. But Grolin's rolling good on his survival checks, so no more encounters for you guys. As you start getting close to the mountains, the day has sort of faded because while you have not run into a lot, it was quite a long trek.
And it was already like
Late
mid-morning,
Yeah.
afternoon.
No,
when
it
we
was
got
late
here.
afternoon.
Was it late
Yeah.
afternoon?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we left in the mid-morning and then we appeared in late afternoon for a completely different time zone.
My brain remembered the other way around for some reason.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, so eventually he's like, I think this is about the safest place we're going to be able to set up. Mountains. The entrance we're heading to is maybe a mile away. We're close enough to it that all the warnings I said about messing with your head, keep them in mind.
Right?
He, not mechanically, because he doesn't have the spell alarm, but he does like set up traps and like alarm, like little things.
sets up a tin can line.
Basically. So like while it's not the spell, there will be,
an alert if
Yeah.
something happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
unless it's an intelligent creature that can.
Can Zealous assist with that if Roland lets him?
Oh yeah, he's happy.
Yeah.
Of course he
wants
is.
to
Happy for the help.
He's curious and wants to know.
Yeah. He goes, yeah, unfortunately, to get most effective, it can't be like the most subtle thing, so intelligent creatures will know to just like step over it.
Yeah. But these things you said haven't seemed to be super intelligent. So.
But no. The only one that seems to have really any intent of intelligence are those weird glitching humanoids I told you about.
Well, that seems about right for what we've seen before.
So they'd probably step over it, but from what I can tell, the rest they just barrel through.
And if they're coming in packs where it's mixed, even if they step over it, maybe something else would run into it.
Exactly. You keep proving that you're both smart and handsome.
He's going to grin. It's like I try.
Oh, I
Rokane's
don't
not
think you
there,
have to
but,
put much effort into it.
Yeah, and then Rokane sighs as Zealous looks over at him. Well, unless you ask him.
While Grolin and Zealous are setting up the perimeter, Egan would volunteer to set up the fire, basically. And then
Bonfire!
not going as far as bonfire, but he will kind of test it. He kind of stares at his hand for a second once all the like sticks and leaves and like logs are in there, and then little sparks, and then a little fireball in his hand as he produces fire, and then tosses it in to light it up.
Just
motion
pour it.
coating it.
It's like just tossing a tennis ball effectively into it that's on fire.
Egan, you're so cool.
Doesn't Produce Flame have an effect where you can just make it into like a campfire right away?
Not produce.
You can produce fire. I think it's
Produce Flame is what the spell is.
no, I think there's another
Yeah,
one.
there's a different one that's just, I think thaumaturgy sets it up. But produce flame is a flickering flame appears in your hand. The flame remains there for the duration and harms neither you nor your equipment. The flame sheds bright light for 10 feet and dim light for 10 feet. The spell ends if you dismiss it as an action or if you cast it again when you cast the spell or as an action on a later turn. Hurl the fire at creature within 30 feet. Ranged spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, no, I thought, I had like some specific, like you can then toss it and make it into a cheery campfire immediately sort of thing.
I think it's thaumaturgy. That's like you can immediately light a small fire or something like that. But yeah, he's just testing this new magic. Like, it was startling when it all exploded out of him at the same time when he was stepped on the stone, but he's trying to channel, and he's like, I can be helpful this way. Like, yes, he probably could have gotten it started slower naturally, but it's like, I might as well try to use this stuff I have. So, and then
and Donut's just like, you're so cool, that's cool.
Yeah, if Zealous sees that, he's going to turn and be like, we should have asked for a spell focus for you, probably, shouldn't we have?
perhaps I'm not sure. That seemed to go off like I think it's supposed to, at least.
New to magic?
Yes.
Oh,
Very new.
I'm usually more of a practical fighter. Magic's new to me, yes.
I'm also more practical. Like, I have the stuff I was born with, but otherwise I use more practical things. Except for any kind of holds up he has a ring. He's like, I do have one spell in particular that, because of this, I can use once a day that I like, and I haven't used it today, so do you mind if I use it on your little buddy there?
Sure.
What is it?
I can just talk with animals.
Oh, that's cool.
I will say a pseudo dragon's technically
know.
a dragon, not
Yeah.
a beast, but DM rules.
Which it might be, well, this is a dragon. And he's like, oh, maybe it won't work
He
then.
is a pseudo dragon. I don't know.
That's fair. There's a rabbit over there. I'll go talk to him.
Fair enough.
See how the rabbit's feeling.
Exactly.
See if they've seen anything.
Exactly. It's actually very useful to ask the smaller wildlife if
Yes.
what they see around. They know about the predators and
Exactly. That's what I thought too. Prey's going to be watching always for danger.
exactly. So he goes over and talks to a rabbit.
That's fair. You can sit down and make himself comfy by the fire.
So it's just like scrolling. He's like, this guy is awesome.
Does he scamper over and be like, what's he saying?
No, I don't think he scampers over. He might scare the rabbit.
Watching them back and forth.
Growling comes back and goes, according to the rabbit, there's normal bears, not too far, but far enough that they won't
Be a problem?
be a problem.
That's good.
No goopy things.
There were earlier in the day, but not now.
Where did they go earlier in the
The
day?
cave.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we don't have to worry about them coming back to the cave then.
So we should probably set up a watch either way, though.
Yes, that would probably be for
yeah.
the best.
I don't mind taking first watch.
All right. I can take last, wake up a little early.
Okay.
I'll take third.
I guess I'm taking second then. I've
Sounds
never
good.
done a watch before like this.
Just keep an eye out. If anything gets too close, wake us up.
Okay.
You're
Asking the ADHD kid to sit quietly in the dark in the night. Good job.
We gotta work with what we got. Do you need a coloring book?
He might need something to do. He's
Count
sitting
the
there,
stars.
But yeah, everyone goes to sleep. And I'm gonna need a few things.
Egan reads a chapter of his book before he goes to bed.
He brought
So
the book.
first, I'm gonna.
He probably has a couple like tucked in his bag. Yeah. Okay.
So first, I'm gonna describe everything on everyone's watches, and then there will be some stuff while you're sleeping.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ominous.
Yes. So first watch, you guys don't know, but Gwilyn doesn't wake you up. Second watch, Zealous, could you roll a perception?
Maybe. Just a second. Whee. Oh, that's a nat 20 for a 23.
Great. So you see.
He's got something entertaining going on so he can focus.
Yeah, you see.
Started whittling a stick.
I was actually thinking he was probably playing with his minor illusion. It's like, let's just make fun little things here.
While you're making fun little things, you see disturbance in the ground, and then like something's burrowing, so it didn't alert any of the. And then it just pops up, and there's this cute little green weasel-ish thing with tusks that just kind of looks up at you.
It doesn't look infected, does it?
No.
Okay.
It's just a weird little weasel with tusks.
Okay, I'm gonna stare back at the weasel with tusks and. Bloop. Yeah.
It wants food.
Oh, okay. If it starts begging, he'll
Yeah.
pull out some food and toss it over.
Make a animal handling or charisma check.
Charisma, please. Not that that'll probably help. That's an 11.
The DC was 10.
Hey!
I will say that was fine, and it's probably the same way, but you can change the stat. You could say an animal handling with charisma.
Oh, that's true.
So
What?
basically, if you're proficient in a skill,
Oh.
but you change the stat it's off of, it could be like your charisma plus your proficiency instead of your wisdom plus your proficiency.
I am not proficient in animal handling.
That's why I said it's probably the same either way.
Yeah.
But
I have a -1 to
Yeah,
animal
the
handling.
the little guy just sort of looks up at you, is happy, and then curls around your foot and starts to sleep.
Oh,
you got a little buddy.
Zealous wants to pet it so bad, but he's afraid of scaring it off.
You got a little buddy.
Oh my god, it's adorable! And he just handed me a stat block of a Ramid Reju?
Can I look at it real quick?
Ramdreu?
Ramdreu, maybe?
I don't know.
I think it's a Rami Dreju.
Remy Dreju. I don't know. I'm gonna have a fun time pronouncing that. But anyways, yeah, it is weasel-like with like pig tusks and nose and spots. It's adorable.
And it's green.
And it's green. Not that the black and white
no,
picture
yeah.
shows that.
And you
My
think
skin
unless
doesn't-
you tell this thing to go away, he'll probably stick with you.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Zealous, like, cool.
I made a friend. Easy,
So,
unless
easy to
Roland-
do the rest of your watch because you got a friend.
Unless Grolin wakes up and says, "Oh yeah, as soon as you sleep, that thing will suck you dry." You know, blood.
It'll murder you.
I didn't say anything, just my face did.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
That's Grolin's job.
Please not while Zealous is sleeping.
At least not the first time. That's something that requires a conversation first.
Yeah, but Rocaine, when you wake up and you go to take over Fazelle, you see this little buddy just around his ankle.
I made a friend, Rocaine.
Okay.
That's the second one since we've been out here.
Yeah, little thing wakes up. Rocaine, you give me an animal handling or a charisma check.
I'll do a charisma for a +1 because my animal handling's a -1.
Watch you roll better
You
than
low
me.
wisdom.
I got a
bitches.
9.
He kind of looks up at you. And just...
And nuzzles back into Zealous once he gets settled to sleep.
Just another.
Can he pet it?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he pets it.
Oh, he looks so happy. He's
Yeah.
just like,
Oh, Zealous is just a big grin as he is petting this thing.
yeah, when you go to lay down, he fully, like, gets in your sleeping bag with you and, like, just, like, bows near your feet.
But Zealous is fine with that. Well, mostly fine with that. He tends to move in his sleep, so that, hopefully he won't kick the thing.
Roll on top of it.
Yeah.
Now and then you'll get nipped, but, like, in a playful way.
No, okay.
Like you'll wiggle your toes a bit and he'll think you're trying to play.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
And he'll just pounce and you're like, nobody.
Ow, 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 no, no, no.
And, like, eventually he's like, oh, okay, it's sleep time.
Yeah. Yeah, again, unless Grolin tells him this thing is going to murder him, yeah, Zealous wants to keep it.
For once, it's not me getting the pet yet.
You got
have
Dono.
Go ahead and roll perception, Rocaine.
It's a 4.
Everything's fine, man.
My eye don't work.
Egan, you take over for Rocaine. Any discussion?
You know what? Why did we have to have a watch? We got an elf. He only trances for 4 hours.
That's true. You could have taken 2. Too fucking.
I just don't wake you up.
Okay, if that's the case, roll another perception.
It's up to you if you wake Egan up for his shift or not.
Maybe it's like I'll wake you up and be like, I'm
And
wide
then
awake. I
I'm
could
gonna
do
stay
another
up
one.
with you. It's like, all right.
Or yeah, I could. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, so you can both roll perception.
Okay. We're just sit next to each other.
19.
3.
You see some movement of like animals, but they're giving you space. You have a fire up, like nothing overly, but you like there's some animals that are like interested. At one point, while Zealous was sleeping, his new little buddy did scramble out and like come just to see like what was up.
Yeah, Egan kind of like offer his hand to sniff. Like,
Animal handling or charisma.
that's an 11.
Hey, he likes you.
Hey, gives him a little scritch and like finds some like jerky or something for him to.
Happily goes back.
It's like, that's still friend. I wanted to investigate you, but that's still main friend.
The better friend.
But while you all were sleeping, can you all roll me wisdom saves?
No.
Probably not.
That's a 10.
I also got a 10.
Oh, twinsies.
Okay, could all of you roll me a d8?
I got a 1.
I got a 4.
Get something different.
I got a 3.
Yay!
Okay, so we'll start. So you're dreaming, Zealous, as you do, and suddenly your dream kind of shifts, and you're out on the water on a boat, but you're not alone. You kind of look next to you, and you see Ruvain, and he looks at you and he goes, "What are you doing, Zealous?
Sailing?
What are you doing out there? I mean, you just
Out here?
left home."
Zealous
Think
just
you
looks
can be a hero?
confused. I guess I'm trying.
I mean, when have you ever saved anyone?
Ow. He looks hurt.
You didn't save me.
I didn't know I was supposed to do was that I needed to be there.
You're gonna get yourself killed. You can leave your family wondering what happened to you. You're gonna get your new friends killed. Nice to see how easy it was to replace me, by the way.
Ow! Ow! Jeez! I think he looks extremely shocked and hurt at that.
And he stands up and he
Van,
goes,
what the fuck? He's hurt.
"You need to do better, Zealous." And he pushes you into the ocean.
Okay.
And that's how you wake up.
okay. She jerks away like.
And the little buddy's by you just looking up at you and kind of headbutting you.
Kind of absently pets new little buddy, but he's still thinking about that dream. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, because that was very unrevain. He didn't stutter once. He didn't.
Yeah, and then accusing Zealous and shit. Like, that's not Ruvain at all.
No.
Judging Zealous like that. Mm.
Cody, what did you roll?
A 4.
Okay. You have a dream. Lovely dream. You're at home with Zara. And you're playing games. You're playing cards. And it's a lovely dream. And then all of a sudden, she just looks at you. "Dad, why did you leave me?"
Jeez.
I didn't want to, sweetheart. You know I didn't, cub.
"But you left, like Mom."
I know. And it kills me every day. I try to check in.
"What if you don't come back? What if you do come back and I'm not here anymore?
Why wouldn't you be here, sweetheart?
The world's ending, Dad.
Fair point. I'll give you that.
You could be here keeping me safe, but you're out there keeping strangers safe."
I want to be there with you, cub. But me being there is just as dangerous for you.
I don't know. Sounds like something Mom would say.
Maybe. But I just need you to trust me that if I had a choice, you know I pick you every time, Cub. I'm still checking in on you every day. I'm doing my best. I know it's not enough, but I am doing my best.
You shouldn't be here, Dad. And then you wake up to go on your watch.
Dope. Dope, dope, dope.
But Kane, what did you roll?
A 1.
Oh, fun.
Oh no. The fear in Mars's face now.
Mars, you're trancing,
Yep.
and
This is why I rolled so bad.
you're in the library.
Okay. Which library?
Your favorite library, the one you truly
Oh,
love.
okay. I was gonna
Riven's
say.
library.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the library or like the library at home.
And you're just it's very normal. You walk in, but as you walk in, you see Clarissa at the desk, and her throat is ripped open.
Okay.
Like you saw her last.
Yep. Just
And she just kind of looks at you. You have some nerve coming back here.
Okay.
You have some nerve. Just living your life, thinking you deserve that. Judging those lesser than you, like you always secretly judged me.
I wouldn't say a lot of this is my choice.
You should have died, not me.
Well, I didn't.
It's only because of you I'm dead. And everyone else you love is going to die. Mavivin's probably already dead. You shouldn't be here.
God, he's already in a bad mood because of the situation. Because a lot of that's just like I didn't choose this. And it's like, yeah, well, I mean, like I am alive. Like this is fucked. But like, I don't know. A lot of this is just like I'm doing what I can, and here I am. I don't want this.
Yeah. You're going to get everyone killed, Rokane. You're selfish and childish, and you don't care about anyone but yourself. You never have. I was a fool for thinking you cared. And you wake up.
Bitch. I mean, she's not wrong in some points, but it's like, fuck.
But yes, those were all the lovely dreams you had in the night. So I'm sure you're all in great moods as you're on your watches and stuff.
Mine happened after my watch, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Egan like immediately uses one of his scries on Zara. Even if it's not at the normal bedtime like he normally scries on her. He's just like, I need to see my baby.
Yeah, at Geeden time, she's in school right now. She seems to not be having a fun time. She's almost falling asleep at her desk and just looks bored. At least not sad, just bored. And eventually, as you're watching her, you see she starts just flinging random things at little Egan.
Sounds about right. They're in the same class?
Oh, wait, yeah, no. At some other kid who's her friend. At Sarah Jane.
Is her last name Parker?
That's Mary Jane.
Oh, that's why I thought of that.
Yeah.
Sarah Jane.
Sarah Jane Parker.
At Sarah Jane. Sure, Parker.
Why not?
Why not?
Who looks annoyed but is also kind of smirking because this is just her, and then you see the teacher lecture her, and it's just it's a nice little
Okay. Just a nice little scene
yeah.
of some normalcy. Which is both better and worse.
But in the morning,
What is this? Scrolling holds up little
just
weasel
hand me
thing.
the
Picks up
stat
Weasel.
block again. Oh, that's a Rami Dreju.
It showed up in the night, and then I guess it decided it liked me. I gave it some food.
So yeah, they're actually pretty incredible creatures.
Oh.
They kind of just find valuable things a lot.
Oh, nice.
Though, they're hunted a lot too because their fur has healing properties.
Their fur has healing properties?
Their fur has healing properties.
Well, like you pet it and it heals you?
It can, yeah.
Holy shit.
So people use them, make them into coats that can heal you once a day type thing. They also have a bile. It tastes awful, but...
Well, it's bile. I would assume that tastes awful.
Yeah.
But when you consume it, you just become, I don't know, a little faster, a little harder to... It's valuable in its own right.
I don't think I'm going to be consuming any bile anytime soon.
That's fair. You actually go and you see, because they produce like one vial worth of bile every day, and you just see your little new buddy in the corner, like once you've set him down, just...
He's just doing that cat thing.
And he's like, yeah, believe it or not, that's gold right there.
I mean, if somebody wants to scoop that up, otherwise I'm okay leaving that here.
No, I didn't want to consume it just as bile, much less dirt-filled bile.
Yeah.
But no, they're incredible little things, and once they kind of... People consider them a blessing and a curse. Technically, when you drink the bile, you're poisoned, but it also gives you benefits.
Okay, yeah, that just increases. I don't want to eat its bile.
No, that's fair.
I feel like being cursed outweighs whatever the fucking benefits it might give you.
No, that's fair. But no, it's... They're considered... I think they're fascinating creatures, but a lot of people consider them a curse, which is why they don't feel bad about killing them for their fur.
Poor little things.
Yeah, that's awful. Little pet creature again.
I imagine Dono makes fast friends with it.
Oh, absolutely.
Is it a problem if it comes with us? It seems to really like me.
No, not a problem. It can even fight some.
I'd rather it not.
So here's the thing. I will give you the stat block. You will be able to roll for your new little buddy. He does not, like, follow your orders as of yet. So, like, if he wants to fight, if he wants to run, that's going to be what he does.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
But when it's made the decision of, yeah, it attacks, roll the attack, Artemis.
Yeah, I don't wanna.
Maybe if you...
It's gonna rub up on you and heal you a little bit. Roll that healing.
Yeah, it does have an ability where it can heal once a day through its fur.
Okay, cool.
It's just like healing purrs.
Yeah, it's just a D8, but a D8 is a D8 of healing.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
As you can see if you read the stat block, he has a very interesting stat block.
Yeah, I'll have to read it in a minute, but
Yeah.
Yeah, Zealous is like, I mean, obviously if he doesn't want to come with us in the caves, I'm not going to force him in there. Oh, wait, actually, can you tell if it's a guy, male, female?
Let me look. Oh, it's a little guy.
Okay. Then, yeah, cool. He just doesn't have to go in there if he doesn't want, obviously.
Yeah.
He gives little food to Rami Dreyu.
Let's just call him Mommy.
Ramen.
Oh, ask him if he has a name.
Because he's a noodle.
That's true.
That's true. I like that.
Do you think I'll need my speak with him? I can only do it once a day.
That's
How
fair.
long does it last?
10 minutes?
Oh. Well, I don't know. Is there things in the caves that you
There
think?
might be.
And if I have to wild shape at some point, that might be helpful as
Yeah,
well.
I
I
don't.
mean, you can just stick to cat.
But if I don't stick to a cat, there might be something more advantageous inside a cave than a cat. I will try to stick to felines. But
How did you sleep last night?
I had an unpleasant dream, but aside from
Same.
that, all right.
Fine.
Saw an old friend.
Should I roll a
Deception. check.
deception because I'm lying 100%.
Are you trying to lie or just lying? Are you like trying to be like, yeah, I was totally fine, or just like, yeah, I was fine, leave me alone?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what it is. Just
Okay,
it's
then
fine.
I think
Yeah.
it is
Then your
obvious.
passive deception should be enough
Yeah.
for that.
What is your passive deception?
I guess that'd make it 11.
Yeah. It's just whatever your deception mod is plus 10.
Yeah, so 11.
How do we know if we beat that? Is that our
Passive
Your
insight.
passive insight. Unless you want to actively roll on that.
I've got a passive insight of 15, so
I'd rather roll on that because I have a 9 passive insight.
I think Egan just gives Rokane a small pat on the shoulder.
It's just like
That was worse. Everything's great with Rokane. It's fine. I'm distracted by Ronnie.
yeah. You get a look from Rokane of like, what the fuck are you touching me? Like, I don't think he's given you one of those before.
Yeah, he gets side-eyed and he just like holds up his hand and like defends like my bee and steps away.
He is really just in a bad mood.
It can be a toss-up of if you have good or bad dreams, but people say that the dreams are sometimes like they're like the mountain talking to you sometimes.
Mountain doesn't like me then.
I was about to say, I feel like it was more what I was already thinking, just out of the face of my daughter.
It definitely
instead.
takes your own thoughts and
In Rokane's head, the mountain can fucking eat it.
A lot of
Zealous
ti-
is surprised and confused by that because he wasn't thinking he had those thoughts before.
Yeah.
So
Like-
now he's all like, what?
it'll take it takes on faces of people. A lot of people, especially before they enter the mountain tells them they shouldn't be here, to go away, to do better, to
And like just saying doesn't want us here, basically, then. Is
basically.
there something we should do to make the mountain happy?
Be respectful.
Alright.
Doing the best we can with that one already.
Yeah.
If anything, it might even be worse because clearly something's going on inside it. The mountain itself may be
So since it's wounded, it's lashing out.
exactly.
Okay, we have a cranky mountain on our hands, guys.
Cranky Rokane, cranky mountain. There's just a lot of people being cranky right now.
He takes a deep breath, gets everything settled, and he's like, I scavenged for food. I have enough.
Shadow.
Oh, yeah.
Good reminder.
Odds.
It's
I have
there.
my shadow.
Yeah. So as Golan's talking that he scavenged and, he's not going to be able to do that in the cave because very little in the cave except for, like, water is consumable.
But we have enough food.
Yeah.
Okay.
He made sure everyone had enough food. You're just sort of absently looking around, and you see you have a shadow, Egan.
Oh, that's back.
What?
My shadow. It's back.
I'm glad it
Looks
found
over
its
at
way.
Shadow like,
Roll a d12 for me.
Oh no.
Roll a death saving throw.
Roll a how figgity fucked are you?
6.
Dun dun. You die instantly. That is your
Do
shadow.
not pass go. Do not collect $200.
You just fall into your shadow. It climbs out.
Into the shadow realm.
You have a +1 to your AC for the day.
What the fuck?
So I need to update that. It's now a 15 or 16, depending on if I'm dual wielding or not.
yeah, Zella's gonna be like, oh, hey, your shadow's back. Had Grolin noticed that his shadow was missing
He
previously?
hadn't, so when he goes, he didn't have a shadow?
No, he... some thing, but...
Some magic thing took it away about a week ago.
And it may be a good or bad thing. We're not sure yet. I'm gonna stare at the shadow. Does it move on its own like the minor illusion shadow did?
we all just make aggressive eye contact with my shadow for a minute. Okay.
Okay, normal shadow for the
Zephyr
moment.
shrugs.
Yeah.
Normal. No, I was making the joke that it shrugged. Like, what do you want from me?
Oh god.
Quick,
But no,
step on the
nothing.
shadow.
Nothing.
Okay.
Though you do feel secure with your shadow back.
I feel a little more. I feel myself again.
I would not think shadow would make you not feel like yourself, but at the same time, I'm also not really surprised either, because that is, yeah.
It's very strange not to have your shadow.
Yeah.
But I mean, it seems to be back. I don't know if it's permanent. We'll see, I suppose.
Well, it's not doing anything weird this time.
Yes. Best not to worry about it. Let's just go.
Well,
Actually, now I'm wondering if we should have your shadow inside there with everything going on.
Golan takes a deep breath as you all approach the mouth of the cave into the mountain. And that is where we'll end our session. Thank you, guys.
I want to step into the cave.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not allowed.
Next session.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We hope you had as much fun listening as we did playing. Shout-outs. The Walk Walk, Monkey's Bane, and Leaves Rot, though we didn't actually encounter those, but they were mentioned. They were all from Kobold Press, Toma Beast 3. Give me the Rami Deju.
Rami Dreju.
The Rami Dreju.
That we're really sorry we're fucking mutilating the pronunciation of that.
I got from this wonderful book called Legendary Bestiaries, Mediterranean Monsters from Legendary Games. As always, link in the description.
So yeah, really sorry we're just fucking mutilating that pronunciation.
Yes. But no, they're great. I eventually want to get all their books because I really love the two bestiaries I do have from them. So I highly recommend them. They're a great company. I backed them on Kickstarter. They do often. So yeah, check them out.
And we also wanted to shout out to Cantrips Media. We've been using their character journals since the beginning, and we just made a new order of some extra stuff to use from them. And
I got a pocketbook of monsters.
which I got a pocket
Emery
full
has already-
of monsters anyway.
Emery has already half filled up. But yeah, we got extra sheets for our books, stickers for me and Mars as well, so we can make little
I
sticker
got some
notes.
item cards so I can keep track of the items I have and just flip through them. So yeah, they've got a lot of really cool stuff.
Yes.
And again, link in the description. Non-sponsored, just we really appreciate them.
Yes.
Love these books. Love them.
So thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for everyone that we've got stats from. I didn't even alter the stats this time because
They're fun. They're cool.
Yeah.
They're dope as hell.
They're not infected.
Yeah, they're not ichoric.
I think I removed
Yet.
I think I removed like one thing from the walk, but it wasn't like a huge thing.
And the fight didn't go long enough that really came up.
Yeah. But yeah. Thank you guys so much. And remember, play to your you. Bye.
Get out of here.
Hey guys, if you haven't heard yet, we have a merch store now. It's got all kinds of cool stuff like character shirts for each of the boys, our Ouroboros logo, the Ouroboros logo with all the boys, and that one can come on a jacket too. If you want to rep our sage wisdom of play to your you can get that on a shirt or a jacket, and our Roll for Focus pill bottle logo on a shirt or a mug. And we have so many ideas for the future too. So if you want to support us some more and get some cool swag, go to ttrpgswag.com/pages/rollforfocus and check it all out. 50% of all profits go straight to us, while the other 50% go to TTRPG Swag for hosting and helping. Thanks! Thank you for listening to this episode of Roll for Focus from Campaign 1 Ouroboros. If you enjoyed it, please rate and review us wherever you listen. Episodes are edited and transcribed by the Roll for Focus team. Character art is by Miagic, also known as Fiesta TV. She can be found at linktree/Miagic. That's MEDEKH. Intro and outro music is The Last Dragon by Alex Bess. If you want to do more to support us for as little as $1 a month, you can join our Patreon. That's Patreon/Roll4Focus Podcast. Get exclusive looks at character sheets, ad-free and early access to episodes, monthly extra content ranging from character backstories, games in and out of character, one-shots, and anything else we think would be fun, shoutouts at the end of the episodes, and more.
Hey everyone, thank you all so much for all the support you give. We especially want to thank our patrons, like those who have found enlightenment and know that it's best to play to your you, like Luchik and MN House of Cats. Thank you guys so much. We couldn't do this without you.
That's all I keep thinking of is quack, quack. That's just the sound they make. They're Pokemon.